Okay, so another skip the line reaction. I am featuring India.Arie official. This actually is from Frank Warner, and his message is it's for the many and for the few. Nice and short and sweet. And yeah, skip the line reaction. I really appreciate you supporting this channel, Frank, as you always do. For anybody who wants to order skip the line reaction, you can on thefablesphere.com. I'll leave the link in the description. The booking form opens every single Monday, and for a fee, you can skip the entire line and have your reaction scheduled for the weekend where we will drop just the skip the line. Alternatively, you can pay a really small fee, and it's only a monthly fee. And join the sphere, and then you can watch a plethora of other content that will be populated there every single day, and you can do priority reaction requests, which means that the likelihood of your reaction being done is basically 99%, because that is the only place that I will be taking reaction requests from. I'll no longer be taking it from any other platform, and it's a really small fee. It's $2.70. The subscription does not renew. You can renew it if you want to renew it. It doesn't automatically renew. You can do a month, you can do 3 months, but it's completely up to you. Proof's in the pudding. If you enjoy it for the month and the next month you don't want to be subscribed to the sphere, you can just leave it, because it's not going to automatically renew, which is really cool. So it's you can join the channel again and join and access the content as you will and as you please for a really small fee. It's like less than a cup of coffee. It's a fee that it's less than a cup of coffee. And it's for a full month of just consistent content that we'll put up in the sphere. Anyway, enough about that. I'll leave the link in the description, and let's get into this over here. I've never heard of this. Let's go. Beautiful chorus. I think it's actually called Beautiful Chorus.
Wonder, brilliance and grace. Welcome joy, satisfaction, pleasure and strain. Welcome essence, beauty, presence, time, spirit, form and space. Welcome excellence in every blessing, sacred and praise. What I seek, I have. What I wanna know, I understand. All I wish I could.
I like this because this already plays into a really important thing, a really important virtue, and it's the virtue of gratitude, right? So she's, welcome all of these beautiful things, but what you always seeking, what you seek are the very basics that you already have. And if you're grateful for it, you would appreciate it already. Beautiful. And I also like that line of what I want to know, I understand. It's what I choose to understand is what I want to know, right? So it's also a selective process, right? Because there's certain things that you could understand, but you choose not to understand because it doesn't fit in with a particular view or a particular narrative. If you want to know something, seek to understand first. I like that.
No, I understand. All I wish I could, I can. Who I wanna be, I am. What I seek, I have.
Like that.
What I wanna know, I understand. All I wish I could, I can. Who I wanna be, I am.
What I wish I could, I can. Positive. Yes. Love the drums. attributes they're saying. You should welcome those. Those are beautiful things to welcome into your life. Those are beautiful things to welcome into your sphere, so to speak, ironically.
Welcome, essence, beauty, presence, time, spirit, form, and space.
Beautiful.
Welcome, excellence, and every blessing, sacred and praise. What I see, I am.
Love that.
What I wanna know, I understand.
Beautiful.
All I wish I could, I can. What I wanna be, I am. What I seek, I am. What I wanna know, I understand. All I wish I could, I can. Who I wanna be, I am. I am the seed, I am the tree. I am.
Oh, beautiful. I love that line. I love that line. Reminds me of Aurora's, I think the seed.
I am the seed.
I am the seed, I am the tree. I love that because it's almost like solidifying the entire lineage of your existence. It's almost playing into the family tree as well. But let's say the entire time frame of your life, it's kind of like the beginning and end in just that line. I am the seed, and I am what I am at the seed, and I am what I am as the tree. All of that in between is all lessons. It's all things that I welcomed into my life that turned me into a blossoming tree. So it's a really beautiful thing. Like what I am is already predefined. It's predefined as a seed, and it's predefined as a tree down the line. But whether that tree blossoms and whether that tree branches out to provide cover, to add to the world, is all down to what I welcome into my life. It's all down to the nourishment of the seed that creates the tree. I think that is beautifully, beautifully, beautifully put together in the song. I'm not entirely sure if it's intended to be like that, but I'm just looking a little bit deeper into that line, and that line really connects beautifully into the welcoming of the nourishments and the beauty of the world, to take you from a seed to a tree, which we're going to be anyway, but in terms of how beautiful a tree you are going to be, how much do you blossom is what you welcome in. I love that.
I am the tree, I am the flower, I am the bee. I am fire and I am wind.
I am the flower, I am the bee, meaning I am the person that can provide for me, right? I am the flower, I'm through my labor, right? Through my labor, I am, because if you actually think about the system of bees in terms of how the planet needs bees for it, without bees, the planet will be gone. But please pollinate the flowers. But in order to get the flower, you need to work, right? You need to pollinate those flowers. You actually need to work to become the flower. So you are both, in effect, you are actually both. You are the worker that produces what you need to eat, and what you need to eat is what keeps you alive. I am the bee and I am the flower. I am the destiny. I create my own destiny by my actions, and my destiny is predefined by what I do. And if I create my beautiful destiny, that destiny will provide further for me to live further, and for my lineage to live further, right? So I can pass it on. Love it, man.
I accept love and also I give. I am loud and I am mighty.
Nice.
I am silent and I tread lightly.
Nice. Silent and tread lightly is such an important thing. It is important to be quiet and not to be obnoxious and not to be loud and in your face. It is important to be silent, but to hold a stick. Right? Tread lightly, but I am also powerful and I am mighty. I am loud and mighty, but I'm also silent and what was it again? I am loud and I am mighty.
I am silent.
But I am also silent and I tread lightly. So it's very important. It's very important to actually have that virtue even in your children, in the sense that you want him to be loud and mighty, but you also want him to be silent and tread lightly, in the sense that be forgiving, be sensitive, and be caring of others. right? Be silent and lightly. Don't overpower others, but also be loud and mighty, so that if others overpower you, you can flip into that loud and mighty and powerful and protect yourself. It is important to be dangerous and then peaceful in that order. It is important for a human being to be, because that is just unfortunately the tragedy of the world. It can be beautiful, but it can also be very painful, and it can be very dangerous, and you need to fit that. So it is important for a human being to be strong and to not be docile, and to have that strength in him, but also to have that sense of gentleness, to not hurt others just because you're strong. Dangerous and then peaceful, and knowing how to use it. Come on.
Tonight, tread lightly. I am brave and monumental.
Nice.
I am modest, I am gentle.
Yeah, I just said gentle.
Student and I teach. I am
Nice.
the sand and I am the beach. I am easy.
Beautiful. Sorry, I'm pausing so many times, but it's such beautiful lines over here. I am the sand and I am the beach, meaning that I am a small cog in a bigger system, right? I am just a speck of sand. If you take me out of the beach and you put me on a road, I am isolated and I am nothing. But what makes me beautiful is that I am a speck of sand amongst trillions of specks of sand that makes the system work. Now, obviously talking about specks of sand, it would be billions from a metaphorical sense, because we're talking about people itself. But I am a very important piece in this system. So therefore, me being a speck of sand, right, is important to being the beach. Therefore, I am the beach, and I'm also the sand, right? So it's not to isolate me as if I am nothing, because I'm just a speck of sand, and microscopic or minute, where it's almost insignificant. My significance comes from the vastness of this beach. I make up the beach, as do so many others. And if everybody else thinks that way, that they are a big part of this system that keeps turning, right, the system will be far more beautiful, because they learn to appreciate themselves, and by appreciating themselves, they can appreciate the many others that make up this vast beauty that we see, like the beach from a metaphorical perspective. Let's go.
And I am power. I am bridge and I am power. I am peace and I am wire. I am mother, I am child.
Beautiful.
I am many, I am few.
Ooh.
I am God and God is you. I sing, I have what I wanna know, I understand. All I wish I could, I can. Who I wanna be, I am. What I seek, I have. What I wanna know, I understand. All I wish I could, I can. Who I wanna be, I am.
I love this. Voice is beautiful, just flowy. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I could break down every single one of those out. Every single one of those lines could be isolated, segmented, and spoken upon, right? And in a so much more depth. There's so much more to those simplistic lines. And what's so beautiful is that they're so simple. That's such a simple concept. Every single line is such a simple concept. Yet if you take it and you sort of like extrapolate it and you break it down further, you realize how beautifully complex. Why can't I talk? How beautifully complex and intricate you can make something like that. You can make a simple line like that, because there's so much to it. These are all thought-provoking lines, which is a beautiful song. And even the way it's delivered is beautiful, but every single line there is thought-provoking. You know what I mean? I am the bee and I am the fly, I am the sand and I am the beach. It's amazing, because if you go into the sort of deeper meaning in all of those lines, you will find nothing but more and more and more beautiful things to say about it, right? So in its simplicity, they've made actually made a very intricately complex song over here. It's whatever. It's beautiful. Absolutely loved it, Frank. And thank you very much. Link is in the description. Link is in the pinned comment. Sorry, I'm gonna get used to saying that properly. If you want to go take a look at the sphere, go and do that. I'm done. Please stay safe, please stay healthy. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.